In this video, I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks that you can use as a solo player while farming for rare schematics. So when I say rare schematics, I'm talking about the ones that you can find by completing contracts within the high threat zone. So the schematics for Elemental Pop, Tombstone, the Epic Aether Tool, the Refined Aether Crystal, and the Raygun. For going to the high threat zone as a solo player, you need to make sure you've got the right equipment. Decoy grenades are a great piece of equipment to help with distracting zombies just in general, but especially in the high threat zone. In terms of lethals, I personally like running a throwing knife, which allows you to one-hit the hellhounds that come chasing after you, and you can also one-hit the zombies in here as well. Another cool thing about running the throwing knife, which I really like, is that when you melee while you've got one, rather than using the butt of your gun, you use a knife, which deals more damage. You could also consider using explosives on your class as well, and I'll explain why shortly. For field upgrades, Aether Shroud is a really good one for when you're playing solo. If you get into a sticky situation and you're out of decoys to distract the zombies, you can use your Aether Shroud and become invisible to the zombies for a short time so that you can get away from them and reposition. Now, no matter which strategy you use, something you could consider doing before going to the high threat zone is using explosives like Semtexes, C4 or grenades to kill zombies so that they drop pieces of flesh for you to pick up. You can then feed 3 or 4 pieces of flesh to the dog in the doghouse within the high threat zone, which is marked on your map with this icon. After doing so, a friendly tier 3 hellhound will spawn and he'll follow you around, helping you out not only by killing zombies, but if you get downed, he'll even revive you, which is super clutch as a solo player. Now, one of the absolute easiest contracts you can farm in the high threat zone is the Deliver Cargo contract. This one requires you to simply get the truck and the cargo from the gas station and drive it to the delivery point, which you can do within about 20 to 30 seconds. So if you wanted to, you could actually start a game with only your decoy grenades, lethals, and field upgrade, and then get to a car straight away at the start of a game and beeline it straight to the contract. Now, if the contract for whatever reason doesn't spawn in the high threat zone, what you need to do is simply start one of the other contracts that isn't a bounty and then open your map and cancel the contract straight away. After a short amount of time, you'll find the Deliver Cargo contract will then spawn and you can start it up. The truck and the cargo you need to deliver will spawn at the same location each time, which is right here at the gas station. So you've just got to open that garage door to get the truck, and if you wanted to, you could use decoy grenades to distract the zombies while you do so. Once you're in the car, just head straight to the delivery location, and you should be able to get here and finish the contract within about 20 to 30 seconds. The chopper that comes chasing after you isn't going to be a problem because you're going to get there really fast, and just try to avoid running over zombies just in case they accidentally blow up the truck. Once you've completed the contract, jump out, check the portal, see if you've been given a schematic, and then you'll also be able to continue using this armored truck to get around the high threat zone. You can use this truck now to easily get around the high threat zone to restock your decoys at the ammo caches, to get perks from the Wonder Fizz using the essence you've collected by doing the contracts, and more importantly, to get another contract that isn't a bounty so that you can start it up, then cancel it to get another Deliver Cargo contract to spawn again. Then you can just rinse and repeat this over and over again until you find the schematic that you're looking for. The other best option in the high threat zone is the bounty contracts, which for the most part respawn reasonably quickly after you complete one. To deal with the bounties, you're going to need the best weapons possible, and one that's absolutely broken at the moment is the MW3 crossbow. I'll share with you on screen right now the build that I've been using, and once you get this thing pack-a-punched and you have speed cola and the other perks, this thing can absolutely shred the Mega Abomination, as well as any of the other bosses that you'll have to do with the bounty contract. Another good option is to purchase a Juggernaut suit, which absolutely shreds the zombies and special bosses in the high threat zone as well. You can get one of these from the buy station in the high threat zone for 10,000 essence. You could either do some contracts in the lower threat zones before you get there so you can get one straight away, or you could just wait and buy one using the essence you get from the bounties you complete using some of these other tips. Something else that's extremely useful if your positioning works out well are the deadbolt turrets. For using these turrets, you need to find a turret circuit, which you can really find anywhere, but I found these most commonly spawn within the mercenary strongholds. If you lure your bounty target towards one of these, you can drop the circuit board into the turret and it will then automatically start firing at anything near it, which will completely annihilate everything. Another thing you could use against the HVT targets is the Blood Burner bike. Although it can be a bit hard to find as the spawns are random and you can only see it within the radius of your minimap, this can be great for taking out a majority of the bounty contract bosses. By running over zombies, you'll charge up the bike's special ability, which is called the Aether Pulse, and you can then use this to insta-kill mimics, disciples, and manglers in the high threat zone. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to work against the Mega Abomination. It does deal a little bit of damage, but you can't one-hit it. But if you do get him as a bounty contract, take advantage of some of these other strats that I've shared with you to take him out easily. If you do have your own strategies or tips and tricks you'd like to share with everyone, feel free to let us know down in the comments below. Alright, I'll catch you in the next one. You look after yourself and take it easy.